Alright, today's April 8th and I'm in Olympus Hills Regional Park. Or it's just Olympus Hills Park, doesn't matter. Regardless, this is where I am. It's got Mount Olympus in the background there, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be testing out this camera. So I finally got a real camera. I figured I really need to step up my game and make my videos if I want to actually make it. And so I got this, so hopefully it works much better for my current phone camera. Alright, first I want to do a test just walking along this trail with my old camera and see how the footage looks. Just going here, the plants. I've chosen a place specifically where the plants aren't very close by, just to see. I want to test places where the branches are moving by quickly and other times where they aren't, to get a quality of when I'm moving. That's the big issue. My quality of footage from when I was moving, it's not been very great historically. So that's I'm going to try and fix up here with this camera. Okay, so now I'm testing out my phone camera. My phone was better than my Nikon W300. I think that's what model it is, but it still wasn't very great for moving and making videos while I'm moving, so I don't have very high hopes for it compared to this other camera, which thankfully I have now. So let's go. Now, this is really going to step up my game so much, just really improve my video making, hopefully. You'll see. And get the flyby here. And now let's try the Nikon D750. It seems like it's got some autofocus going on. This is Persia Tridentata, or Antelope Bitter Brush. Talked about it before. I'm really hoping the branches moving by that's our biggest concern, that they actually look nice. I'm gonna have to compare this in this video editor too. One confounding thing might be that this is in 60 frames per second, but it seems like every individual shot from my previous camera or phone had issues, so imagine it's also just the images it captures in general. And there we go. Alright, one issue might have been actually that I was zoomed in, so let's see now how it looks if I walk and try and film at the same time. Because really, you do not need to be zoomed in as you walk and film. Already it seems like it's a lot more stable. That's a good thing. Man, there's a really big learning curve for this compared to the other camera I have. I mean, I know a little about this stuff, but I know that the controls are like earlier when I was filming or taking pictures just to test. They're super washed out. I didn't realize it was the frame rate, and I only fixed it because I switched it to auto mode, so it automatically adjusts the frame rate to a reasonable value. This is Roost Trilobata. I talked about it before as well. Okay, so now I got another test, this time with a more forested area. I'll be close to so we can get some footage directly comparing. Like, once again, I'm on the Nikon W300, I believe, and I don't, again, still have very low hopes for this being the best, obviously, because I know it's already not. Yeah. Now I'm testing out the iPhone camera again. I should be clear, this is an iPhone 13, I think. I can't remember, really. It wasn't the newest model when I got it. It was the second newest, I believe. Don't want to spend too much money. You can already notice there are streaks of light coming across this because it doesn't have anything to protect it from that like this camera does. Really, most of these 300 or 35mm cameras do. And now for the D750. Gotta hold this one more steady because it's again kind of heavier and whatnot, and it's got that lens on the end which can be jiggled around. But since I'm zoomed out now fully, it should be not so bad. I'm going to also do a test to compare 30 FPS versus 60 FPS or frames per second. It's a good idea of what that will look like. Wrong area. This is the area I turned around and spun it, I think. Let's go up this for some extra footage of this. And this is 30 frames per second. So let's see what it looks like. It's in a more tightly, it's an actual forest now, I'm sort of in. The log. 30 frames per second waving around quickly. And now 60 frames per second. Ooh. And now 60 frames per second moving around quickly. I got the focus readjusted. Hopefully this is one of our take. We'll see if I can do it this one.